Hey friends, this is Pam. Today I am working on a hybrid scrapbook layout to go into my summer album. The inspiration behind this story came from the Teach Story Kit by Ali Edwards. And one of the stories that I wanted to tell with this kit was the story about how my kids are learning to do their own laundry. And if you're a mom with little kids or maybe even teenagers, you know that this is kind of a game changer. This is awesome to have them be able to be a bit more responsible for some of their own things. So I have got an idea in my head here, and I'm going to combine a pocket page on the left-hand side just with some 3x4 pockets. But on the right-hand side, I wanted to make kind of an interactive element to be able to tell this story. So some of the photos I had taken at the time of them like working on their laundry, and then some of them I went back and took after I decided that this was a story that I wanted to tell. So this is a picture of my washing machine, and this is one of the photos that I went back and told after the fact when I wanted to tell this story. I have printed that picture of the washing machine, so it's kind of its own page. It's big, full-sized, 7 inches wide, 8.25 inches tall. And then, as you can see, I took a craft knife and cut around the opening of the door on the washing machine so that I could flip this open. And when you flip it open, behind you get to find some journaling about this story of the kids doing their own laundry. So whenever I am working on a hybrid project, I am printing my elements in different layers. So you can see I have this photo layer of the washing machine, and then I printed another layer that had my journaling behind it. The currently teaching sentiment there was a journaling card that was included with the Teach Kit this month. I wanted to add a little bit something extra on the inside of this door. And this is another photo that I kind of took after the fact. So this isn't necessarily like the day that I was teaching them to do their laundry. This was a follow-up day, another day that Emily is actually working on her own clothes. And this is going to sound a little bit crazy, but I just wanted to try. I wanted to play with the pictures. I wanted to have fun with my photography. So I took this picture by sticking my phone inside the washing machine. And then I set the timer. I set the timer on the phone so that it would take a photo after 10 seconds or so. And I told Emily to go ahead and start putting her clothes in there. And she looked at me like, "Are you serious? Like, what are you doing? Why are you putting your phone in the washing machine?" But I really like how it turned out. It's just fun in the way that the circle from the washing machine door kind of frames her face there. So I went ahead and printed that out as a separate layer as well. And I was working on this picture in Photoshop Elements, so I had an idea of how big that circle space was going to be on the door, and I was able to kind of like crop that photo into the circle size and then printed that out as you saw and used some scissors to cut it out into the circle shape. And now I'm just trying to do some fine tuning here of getting that photo adhered to the back of this little door that flips open. I did a kind of like a really messy job with my craft knife on there, but overall it works. And then the next thing I'm going to do is use a circle punch just to cut a little notch out of there, which makes it easier to open. And also it's kind of like, hopefully to the viewer, it's the encouragement to go ahead and pop that open and let them know that there's something behind there. So that's going to be the right-hand side of my page. Now I'm going to work on filling in the pockets. So this is another one. I have these two photos of the kids doing their laundry, and those were from earlier in the month when they were working on learning how to do this for themselves. But I needed something else to fill in those other pockets, and I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. I knew that I wanted to use the one filler card from the kit. That's just that fun little X pattern on kind of, it's hard to tell in here in this video, but it's almost got like a canvas background to it. So it's got a little bit of like a visual texture there. And then that other journaling card that says every expert was once a beginner. I love that. I had a couple of other story ideas I was considering just based on that card alone, but ultimately I still wanted to be able to use it in this project. So I shrunk that card down and just printed it out so I could turn it into a little flag. The photo of the laundry basket is one that I went and took after the fact. So again, this is when I knew I wanted to tell this story. I was kind of planning this page or this spread in my head. I'm trying to think about how I want to tell this story about laundry. And I just thought that maybe having like a close-up picture of the laundry basket would make a cool filler card to complement this story. And that's Emily's basket, so you can see some of the clothes behind in there. And I like how it turned out. I think it's kind of a different style of photo to be able to tell a different part of this story. And so now I am just trying to figure out if I want to add a few little embellishments. Really, really, really love those silver glitter stars that came in this month's kit. So I'm popping a few of those on there just because I love them and for really no other reason than I just love them. So I'm using some adhesive and putting a couple on the inside of my little washing machine door there. One of them kind of peeks out at the opening on the upper right hand side there. I'm mostly using some of the chipboard. The circle says ready to learn all the things, and popping that on the front of the washing machine. I kind of like how it's like building concentric circles visually on that side of the spread. On the other side, I'm just going ahead and tucking my photos into those 3x4 pockets. I grabbed the puffy sticker. There's a set of puffy stickers in the kit this month that says lessons learning, and adding one more silver star onto there. And then I'm going to take the other card, the one with the flag there, and run it through my sewing machine to try to just give it a little bit of lift off the page. Again, I just really like having that bit of additional texture in my projects. And then the last thing is that I realized that I didn't add the date on here anywhere. Layout is going to go into my summer album for 2021. So I'm just grabbing my date roller stamp and stamping it onto an extra tab of white paper there. And I'm going to kind of pry that sticker up just a little bit so I can tuck the date underneath it, and then go ahead and fill in the pockets. So this month, I'm excited to be able to tell a story about my kids learning to do their own laundry. And one of the things I kind of debated about was, do I use the currently learning or the currently teaching card? And ultimately, I just liked the background better on the currently teaching, and that's why I chose that to be the background for my journaling there. So last step, pop this into the album, and I think that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day.